What is going on, Roland Empire? Here, guys, to give you a video. Loki, episode 5, on behalf of Disney and Marvel Studios, is out. This one now we have carried from having, thinking Loki might have been dead, but if you saw the after credits, he ends up being alive. He meets with multiple Lokis. You're wondering, where is this going to lead on to? Does this finally lead on to Spider-Man No Way Home? What are we getting? That was a nice way to cap up episode 4. I'm giving you guys a brief review in case you haven't seen or you have seen my recaps. I thought 1, 2, 4 were good. 3 walked, so 4 could be a better episode. But now we're going to go with the 5th episode. There's only 6 episodes. It's one thing when you maybe do like a 13, 15-minute episode plot. But for 6 minutes, you can only do so much. But it's Marvel. But this is their 3rd show now. We're getting that, some things, like I said, walk so other things can run. They always set up stuff. But as long as, Loki wraps up really nicely and all. So how did I think about this episode? I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I think it's maybe, like, the 3rd is my least favorite. This probably is my second to favorite of the 5th. But this is more like 1, 2, and 4. That's how I enjoyed 5. Once I realized what we were getting, where there was a lot of getting to know now the Lokis, getting their histories and all, I found that enjoyable. I could see maybe the arguments that, why are we kind of doing this? We need to pick up the pace. Kind of like maybe what episode 6 should have been, what's going to be leading. Maybe do that more here. But I had a great time with realizing, how we explore with the Lokis. The Lokis of, like, Kid One, boastful, classic. Obviously, our Loki, the original in our eyes, that Loki. So it was nice to know this world and realizing what are they now. Again, a lot of this is so aesthetically pleasing, whether it's the music, whether it's the nice CGI visual mix with the cinematography. This show really, I'm going on with it. It's probably my favorite of the 3. It has its issues though, okay? I will admit in my own biased way when something's great and this is great. This is great. But this still has issues. I also got to admit that, okay? Like I always say, guys, everybody has their subjective opinion. But I did enjoy a lot of this episode. It's nice to see that, Sylvie and then Owen Wilson's character meet up. So they're around. And then that was a nice little kind of banter. And realizing, too, how they need to catch up. So that was really needed. But then, with going back with Loki and seeing him with, goodness gracious, a lot of Lokis. It's like a war of Lokis going on. This show is just... if you think WandaVision is something, I think Loki's a whole other level, seriously. I appreciate where Marvel started and where Marvel is now. It's so good. I just like this world. These shows might not be for everybody. It just depends how long you have cared for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I cared from Iron Man, okay? From Iron Man, and even before, I am a movie comic book fan in that way. So I couldn't pick up all the references in Loki and all that, but I realized after what, I missed out, what I enjoyed, and what I realized what was true. Little Easter eggs here and there. But the overall thing of where we are with this character, it's nice. It is funny sometimes we're seeing how Loki is not really the one after the Infinity War Endgame kind of situation. But, you roll with it. You let it slide depending. You act like he was the Infinity War Endgame Loki, that he's been through all this. He at least has got a recap. But it's so interesting how seeing certain characteristics and nuances, realizing what's passable in that sense and all. And then we get nice little back and forth with the TVA and the pruning world. Yeah, the pruning world, I'll just call it that for right now. So you see, the Ravonna kind of getting, what the bottom line with this, realizing, okay, how much does she know? I find that interesting. It lingered really good. Curious to see if that wraps up. I think that's, is she realizing who were these timekeepers? Like, was she along the board of the timekeepers, or what's the deal? And then, with Loki and all that, they realized they got to go with Alioth to kind of get to the real, I guess, person who's controlling all this. And you think, oh my God, it's one of those kind of really, like, I thought we were over this. And you know what? He's not the main bad guy. He is not the main bad guy, so that's passable. We'll see, though, who it is they have to confront. That will really depend. But overall, classic Loki. He does the trick where he looks back, and then you think he carries on. Loki and Sylvie are trying to get through Alioth, and then classic Loki comes, saves the day. That's good. Richard E. Grant, a really good actor. He's always good to see where he's at. He's a good actor, and it's nice they gave him this. That this was so little time, but so much to realize that he was impactful. I really appreciate that, and just seeing like Sylvie and Loki just getting some screen time. It's so funny. I get it. I get it that it's like you loving yourself and all those themes. Uh, I've seen the interviews of what people think of like why they're trying to justify it. I intellectualize with it. I still have its little criticisms kind of thing, but also I realize what they're doing. So that's why it's really I I don't think it's really as black and white. But again, like everybody, this is all their opinions. But I really do am enjoying this. I like just what the Marvel's done. There's a little bit of everything in this Disney Plus. You might like something grounded like Falcon Winter Soldier, or you might something that's Loki. Like, man, the way they are opening up the genre within genres, it is an enjoyable time. But I'm not a Marvel shill. I'm not a Marvel shill in that sense. I gotta admit when something is not as good. I think still this series is going between 80 and 90. 80 or 90 of what I'm liking. There's that 10% where I still think, they could do better polishing the writing department. I think this one has contained its messages within the story as best as they can, because you can't preach an agenda when it's done right for the entertainment also purposes of cinema. Hey, I'm just saying, again, not everybody agrees with everybody, but that's just what I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying this show for many aspects. I think the show is doing it right, like I keep saying the most. I'm starting to care more for characters. Like once you realize more what's going on, I'm starting to care for more characters I thought I didn't. I like them. I'm enjoying them. I'm enjoying the characters I've already rooted for. So I'm glad that process is being written out and being revealed and all. And I really can't wait to see where this leads on. Okay, I wish they would have showed a bit. I wish they would have showed a bit what was going on, but I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with what went on, and I can't wait to see how the series ends. But let me know, guys, what you thought. If you guys hated the episode or if you guys loved the episode, like I always say, these are my thoughts and opinions. I enjoyed the action scene. The action scene was really good. I enjoyed the characters. I want to see where the series ends up. So all this in the comments below. And as always, Villain Empire, laugh, smile, repeat.